Hello,
Hey.
and welcome to another episode of I Hate Your Movie. Were we doing an intro with please like and subscribe?
If you like this episode, please like and subscribe.
There you go. Well done. It's a movie podcast where we inflict movies upon each other for your entertainment.
Correct.
Yeah.
Yay.
What?
Only 103 episodes.
This week we watched Demolition Man, the 1993 action flick starring Wesley Snipes and I was going to say John Travolta. It's not John Travolta, it's Sylvester Stallone.
In this order. Wesley Snipes is the main man.
I feel like he is in this thing.
He does steal the show a little bit.
100%, definitely does.
And Sandra Bullock.
And Sandra Bullock, which is a weird fit for this film, but I feel like she makes it work. So, Dan, I mean, should I describe the plot of Demolition Man? Everyone knows the plot of Demolition Man, surely. If you don't know the plot of Demolition Man, go watch Demolition Man, then listen to this podcast.
I'd say don't watch Demolition Man.
Oh,
Controversial opinion.
Boo.
If I heard myself say that in the past, I also would have said boo. But I really did not like this rewatch.
What?
I'll give you a puzzle in my one-sentence review.
Yeah?
You can figure it out what it means.
Okay.
This movie is like The Martian.
I don't think anything you've said has been less true.
You want me to expand on it?
Definitely, yeah. Because I feel like everyone listening wants you to expand on the fact that Demolition Man is like The Martian.
Yes. It's a good idea, ruined by terrible, terrible jokes that I hated, and it ruined the whole movie for me.
Okay.
So, I was all for, a silly kind of B-movie feeling. It's not a B-movie, but you get what I mean.
Yeah.
It's like a cheesy. I was all for all explosions and macho, and it's gonna be fun, you know. That's fun. It's gonna be like Conan or Commando or one of those, you know. It was just really stupid and promoting violence. It's called Demolition Man, and it promotes violence, which is funny. But then some writer, one of the three writers, I don't know who, decided they're gonna try to say jokes. And then that just ruined the whole experience for me. Because when they try to be funny, it's cringeworthy. I think those kind of movies, a dumb action movie, works when they do it genuinely. They want to genuinely do a stupid macho film. But when they become a little bit too self-aware, and then they start to be we should put some jokes into this, but they're not smart enough to write smart jokes, it just falls apart for me.
Yeah. Oh, I love the cheesy jokes in this. It's like peak 90s action film for me. That's part of what makes these 90s films so amazing. The bit where he's in Die Hard where he's crawling through the vent and he's come out to the coast, have a few laughs, it'd be great. It's it's funny.
That one is kind of funny, or informs a character or whatever. But Sylvester Stallone, or Sly, too many syllables in his name. Sly and Wesley Snipes are fighting. And then in the middle of the fight, Wesley Snipes says something, and Sly says, "Oh, you forgot to say Simon Says."
Yeah, that makes perfect sense to me. You can't watch the film with Eraser. There's got to be so many one-liners in there that are just I don't know.
Or him hitting him with a TV and saying, "You're on TV."
Did he say that?
Yes! That was really bad. Before he kicks his head off, spoiler alert, he says heads up.
It's great. See, you're laughing now because it's funny.
I don't know what about...
It's funny because it's so bad.
I don't know what about it. It just really tipped me off this time. I really hated it.
Okay.
I wish I would have loved that, because I remember loving this movie.
I still love this film. I probably love it more now than I did when I first watched it. Because I feel like there's not enough of this these days. There's not enough just dumb fun movies. And Wesley Snipes in this. From this viewing, I loved him. I loved him in this. He was just balls to the wall crazy.
He was definitely on something.
Yeah, 100%. Definitely. He was like Jim Carrey as the Riddler kind of wackiness.
Yeah.
And it was fantastic. He played it absolutely perfectly. But it was still at the same time quite like not menacing, but you really felt like you don't know what he's gonna do next. And he could shoot someone in the face, he could, I don't know, do a little merry jig. Who knows? And I thought it was fantastic.
So we start in the far future of Los Angeles, 1996. 3 years after this movie came out.
Yeah, they had some really kind of like issues with LA. It's never going to happen. LA would never just completely catch fire and be full of crime and all that kind of stuff. It's so unrealistic.
And this was like 6 months after the LA riots.
Was it actually?
Yeah.
That's probably why. That's why LA Riots, the movie.
Yeah. As a funny scene, how Sly gets introduced is that he bungee jumps off of a helicopter.
Yeah.
And then he like starts shooting and it detaches. And can you imagine that scene where he can't detach and just bungee jumps down and just stays there, and he's just like a toddler in a walker thing situation, and he just hangs in the air and he gets shot in the face.
He'd still be shooting though, like a boss.
Yeah, but dangling like a baby.
Yeah, like Darkman.
Well, Darkman is better.
Oh,
Way better. What do you think about putting criminals in ice?
what, the government agency? The American government agency.
No, freezing criminals.
I mean,
Here's how I imagine this happening, right? You're a criminal. You're doing all sorts of crimes. You get all the money you can.
you know I do.
Put in a savings account in Panama or whatever. And then, oh no, I get frozen. You get frozen for 30 years. You get your parole. They unfreeze you, and now you got loads of money that matured in an offshore bank account. So
People do that, like in prison. They'll hoard loads of money, and then they'll go to prison for 5 years for racketeering or whatever.
I'm just saying that the difference is that your conscious experience is just stopped. You're not like suffering in prison for 30 years. You're just like frozen, and then you wake up 30 years later. You know?
But in the meantime, they've messed with your head.
Yeah.
You know, they've messed, and they make you a different person. They like Sly's really into knitting. I thought it was fantastic, by the way. I just thought it was an absolutely brilliant, like, just addition. No reason for it whatsoever.
Yeah.
I think, it doesn't really make sense.
No.
You freeze people and bring them back to life. I do think, actually, though, I will say this: that is worse than anything else that you can do to someone. You wake up 30 years and then everybody you know has completely, like, they've not only just moved on, but they're like way older than you, and you have no place in the world anymore. Like your house might not be there, your friends might not live where they used to, and you have no way of knowing any of that stuff until you start looking into it and you realize how much that you've lost. I think that's really like heartbreaking.
Yeah.
I mean, I may be taking the concept of Demolition Man a little bit too seriously, but I think that's horrible.
I think if you're a Wesley Snipes type, who, well, is a very one-dimensional kind of whatever criminal, then you don't give a shit. You're just like, well, great. This is even better. I can cause lots of little problems here. And Sly wasn't that fussed. He was like, oh, I have a daughter.
Yeah, oh my god, that was the best bit about it. That was he wakes up. It's like, where's my wife? She's dead. Oh no. How's my daughter? I don't know. Okay then.
Okay.
Anyway, I'm gonna fuck Sandra Bullock now. It's like he's literally found out his wife died like 3 days before, and now he's just getting it on with Sandra Bullock.
Yeah, and not looking for his daughter.
Not even a little bit.
How come Wesley Snipes' character gets a parole and Sly doesn't?
He doesn't.
He does.
No, because it's all fixed by the bad guy.
Well, I know it's a fix. They're doing something. They're doing a parole. There's a parole meeting, and he just gets loose. Fixes
I
it,
think you get parole hearings, even if you've got like zero hope of it sometimes, right? I don't know how parole works. Do we have parole over in England?
I don't know. I've never done a crime.
I don't know.
Have you done a crime before?
Have you? I've never been caught for crimes.
I don't know.
I don't know either.
I'm sure there's hearings.
If you've been caught of a crime and been on parole, let us know.
And if you haven't been caught of a crime, let us know. And the details of that crime in the comments below. That's the more interesting thing.
By the way, I just want to just bring a little bit of attention to, because we've been saying Sly,
Yeah.
right? But I don't think we've really stopped to appreciate the name that
Oh, yeah.
that he was given.
Spartan.
Sergeant Spartan. Yes. John Spartan. Fantastic name.
Max Steel.
Like, they definitely started with Spartan.
Yeah.
And they were like, John.
Billy Powers. There's another thing that really annoyed me in this movie.
Yeah?
Is the sound design.
Oh my God.
And we never talk about, because it's usually an unnoticeable thing.
What I want you to do, right?
Yeah.
What I want you to do is find the soundtrack or the backing sound for this film and then play it right now. From the moment you said you wanted to talk about the music, start it up and just see how distracting it is.
I have a perfect, like, mental image of what the kind of sound effects that are inserted into music is, which is you're in the back of your mum's car with your first generation Discman trying to listen to Wu-Tang, and you're on a bumpy road and it skips and you're trying to hold it still like your life depends on it to listen to Mystery the Chess Boxing from Wu-Tang Clan, and then it just keeps skipping. It just goes waka waka and it stops. And then 20 seconds later, waka waka, waka waka,
Dum dum dum.
waka waka. Yeah, especially when Wesley Snipes was on screen. I wonder why. I wonder why they used the waka waka when Wesley Snipes was on screen.
I think it's worse than that. I think it's when you have like a toy keyboard when you're a kid, and you find out that if you turn the dial, it just does different noises, and you're just playing with it. You're just like, duh, okay, da da dum. Waka waka.
Yeah, when you have the wind noises.
Yeah.
And the guitar.
You're desperately trying to find the one that sounds most like a fart.
It's like a really bad Edgar Wright of like, I'm going to put in these sound effects. They're going to make it sound really cool. Why?
Yeah, it's so funny. I love it.
Quickly back to the emotional core of the movie.
Yeah?
Because you haven't gone through the complete list, which was my wife dead. Oh, okay. My daughter, you don't know where she is. Okay. What? Wesley Snipes is out of prison? What? I need to go get her, fucking kill him immediately. What the fuck?
Fuck everything else. Sergeant Spartan, your daughter's outside your parole hearing to meet you. Well, whatever.
He has more emotional reaction to Wesley Snipes than anything else in this movie.
I think it's incredible that the Sylvester Stallone has emotional reactions.
Right, let's talk about future.
Let's talk about the future. The distant future of 7 years from now. 2032.
I think they sort of imply that they merge Los Angeles and San Francisco into one big city. Like, does that imply that, like, outside of this is completely different?
That was my biggest question of the whole film.
Yeah.
Right? Is all of America like this? Or is all of the world like this?
I think they imply it's just here because
Yeah.
there's that guy who said, oh, he saved us and he's the mayor or dictator or whoever. And they don't even mention anything else. And just because they don't mention anything else, it feels like it's very, like, excluded from the world, the rest of the world. If you could make a utopia and you were emperor of the world, what kind of utopia would you make? That's my big question.
That's your big question.
Yeah.
My midway question was much stupider. But
Okay. If you could kick Wesley Snipes in the head, would you like him to be on ice or on fire?
It's worse than that. It's like, I wish I'd thought of that. I don't know. I've just a whole world that shares everything. But I think, again, I'd probably be quite unpopular because, you know, if you've got a place where like the maximum amount of energy can be generated, the whole world needs energy.
Yeah.
So if there's people there, bye. See you later. You got to go somewhere else now. And that's not good either.
Yeah. They do a Dune on you. They seize the place and then they start controlling the world because that's where all the energy comes from. I would make a utopia where killing is legal and it's the purge.
Did you create the purge?
I just created the purge.
We would be dead in half a day. If killing was legal, we'd be so fucked. We would not stand a chance.
Yeah. Can you imagine like going down to the grocery store and you're like your favorite checkout person, like, "So where did Susan go? Oh, she died in a purge. She was stabbed with like a broken bottle in the face and it pierced her brain."
I feel like you've considered the purge a lot more than I have. I feel like you've had a lot of private time with your purge thoughts.
What's your
What's your
deep question?
highly intellectual question? How would you use the free seashells?
Oh, so in the movie, there's a big joke about there's no toilet paper.
There's no toilet paper.
And then they joke, oh, he doesn't know how to use the free seashells.
Next to the toilet, there's free seashells.
Yeah.
And that's how you wipe your bottom.
I feel like even the filmmakers didn't think about that.
Oh, no.
They're just like, what weird thing we can put in. I feel like it may be like a bidet situation.
Okay.
That's
With a seashell.
Yeah, with like water coming out of it, like spraying out of it. I don't know why it's a seashell.
There's literally seashells.
I know.
Literally
I
free
saw it.
seashells, yeah.
But
So you have to pick up these
there
seashells
was like
and do something with
there
them.
was this kind of like, not quite, but like this area that juts out of the wall and had the three seashells on it. I feel like you could
I
sit.
feel like it went into the wall. Like it was like a little shelf in the wall.
It was, but I feel like you could sit on it.
Okay.
So I feel
But
like
it didn't have jets of water.
well, because he wasn't using it.
No, it's just a toilet and then there's free seashells next to
Mm-hmm.
it. So how do you use the free seashells?
How would you use the free?
I reckon you've got to use the first one like a spoon. You use the second one to get the stuff off the spoon, yeah,
Right,
and then you wash it somehow in
Mm-hmm.
the toilet. And then I don't know what the third one's for, in case you drop one, I guess.
I'm not sure the shape kind of helps your situation.
I think it does.
Yeah.
I think, seashells have like nice rounded edges as well. I think it might be quite pleasant.
So you do the top part.
Of what? Your butt.
So let's get into this, like really deeply, right?
Do you remember a minute ago we were just talking about utopias and politics?
So there's like the kind of the top part, which is like ridges and it's like smoother.
Oh, sorry. I thought you were talking about your butt.
Well, wait till we get there. So like, would you use the kind of rigid version of it or the spoon version of it?
You would hold it by where it gets into a
Right.
like a bit.
Yeah.
There's a curved bit and there's like
Yep.
a straight bit. You hold it by the straight bit.
Right. But what would you use this for scooping?
The other end.
The concave.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Spoon.
Because it's a spoon.
Okay.
You use that as a spoon.
All
Just like there you go. That's done, and then you wipe it off with the second one.
Doesn't feel right for a utopia. It's still a shitty ass. Can't get too.
Oh, maybe
clean with
maybe you do that. You keep doing that, and then you use the third one
Mm-hmm.
to have a spoon. And then if it's clean, you're clean. And if it's not, then I don't know what you do.
that. That's the checking spoon.
It's the checking spoon. 'Cause- Remember, if you like this episode, just share to like and subscribe. Okay, so
Yes.
right.
Please take over.
I want to talk about how accurate this film is.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So, I wrote down a list of things. I wrote down 2 lists of things, right?
Are we comparing it to like today's?
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Like, what do we have today? Or what I think wouldn't be, really isn't far off.
Right.
Right, so I don't know why I've written my first bit down as Sandra Bullock. She is
She
still
is still here.
She is still a thing.
She is still
She
alive.
does still exist, so that's good.
Although I don't know what. How many years we're off? 7.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Wow.
She's getting up there.
Oh, I don't feel like she is. Self-driving cars.
Yeah. Not quite, but yeah.
But here's the thing, right? So self-driving cars that you still have to sit in the driver's seat of.
Was that requirement in the movie?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, because they're always sitting in the driver's seat still, and they have to go self-drive, non-self-drive,
Mm-hmm.
all that kind of stuff. Retina scanning, obviously.
I feel like they even exist in the 90s.
Yeah,
Just
probably.
not really used like today. It's not
Yeah.
really used.
At one point, he phones up I think they phone the police, and the police go, "Would you prefer an automated response or from a person?" And I feel like that's always the case. Like whenever I try and do customer service these days, they're like, "Would you like to speak to a person, or would you like
Yeah.
this AI to take over?"
The only exception is that they only tell you that like an hour and a half in after you've wrestled with the AI.
Yeah.
customer service agent for like an hour and a half.
Life signs. It's like there's like devices that monitor your life signs.
Right.
So I'm wearing a little watch right now that does exactly that. Computer guided lasers.
Right.
You know, I think it was computer guided lasers that zap stuff like graffiti off a wall,
Right.
which exist.
Is it?
Yeah. That's like the best way to get graffiti off a wall is to laser it off.
Well, why haven't I seen this?
I don't know.
Where's the council workers with laser guns walking around? What's happening?
Like an extra from Terminator.
Like that orange jumpsuit and then just a big laser gun.
And lastly, Arnold Schwarzenegger's political career.
Yeah, that's weird, right?
So yeah, in this they say President Schwarzenegger, which can't happen because he wasn't born in America.
Have you seen how the rules don't matter anymore anyway?
Wow.
So if Simpsons did it and this movie did it, it might still happen. He's still fit and doing stuff.
Out of everything that it predicted that we would have in roughly this time, spot on.
Now let's go rob a bank and then go freeze for 30 years and then take our earnings back.
Here's another question for you.
Yeah,
Right? You live in this world.
allegedly. Yes.
No, you live in the world of Demolition Man.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Which side are you living in? You don't have to fight for each side, either side. You don't have to do anything. You just have to live in the society of the above ground people or the below ground people. Sorry, if you haven't seen the film, we haven't described it. The below ground people have shunned this utopia because they don't like being told what to do.
Yeah.
But that does mean that they are also starving to death.
I'm with the dirty rat people.
You were the dirty rat people.
That's where I truly belong. That's my real calling. The dirty rat people. Where would you be?
I think I'd be in the utopia.
Ah,
I think I would. It just seems nicer. I like being able to eat food.
you don't like the freedoms of saying anything you want, kind of. Let's say in dirty rat society, you can say anything you want.
You can say anything you want, but I don't think I would miss swearing as much as I miss food.
Eat a red burger.
Okay, there's another question here. Would you eat a rat burger?
Sure.
100% I would.
We're enemies in the future, you're saying.
Well, yeah. 7 years from now,
Yeah.
when I'm living in my utopia.
Don't worry. I'll shit on your lawn. And that'll ruin your whole week.
That's fine. My little robot will come and clear it up.
Your little seashell robot. The shit collector.
I'll just go to my front lawn, scoop it up with a spoon, with the spoon shells.
How do they clean the dog shit? Do they have like bunch of like mini seashells just stacked up? Oh, you know what really bugged me in this film? Yes, it's a dumb action movie, but I feel like the exposition could have been better.
You think? Oh, I
Because-
loved it.
Because what happens is, before even Sly wakes up, Sandra Bullock is, you know, like, we're in the future now, and when we forgot all about these brutal things, like, the way to do it smoothly is to do it through Stallone's eyes, as him coming into this. You know, but they do it pre that, and it's really awkward because like it feels very unnatural. I'm obsessed with the 90s. Well, I'm obsessed with the 20th century, especially the last 10 years.
Yeah, especially the area between 1983 and 1993.
We don't do these things anymore, and I miss the violence and I miss the action. Like, come on.
No, because you have to present it as like the people living there love it before you introduce his take on it.
No, because he's the fish out of water kind of character.
He is, but I think if you just drop him in and you're like seeing it through his eyes, you immediately dislike everything that's going on. Whereas if you introduce it from people who enjoy it, you then get the sense of that utopia before he shits on it.
Right, you can show it, and you can have those scenes preceding him. It's just the exposition that why things are different should be delivered to him, I think.
Okay.
That's what I mean.
Yeah, okay, that makes sense.
Because that's way smoother, rather than it comes up out of nowhere, and then they just talk about it, and whoops, two people from the 90s got thawed out. How convenient we're just talking about this.
No, do you know what I love most about this film? Is the pace of it. It does not stop to question anything. It's like Wesley Snipes wakes up and Sandra Bullock goes to the captain. It's like, oh yeah, we should wake up this other guy. And the captain's like, let's do it.
Mm-hmm.
Or the captain's like, not sure, but let's do it.
Yeah.
And then the next scene, he's awake.
Yeah. And at the end, it just immediately ends.
Yeah.
And then the screen says, now leave the cinema immediately. That's what I felt like.
Yeah, it did, yeah. But it never stops.
Yeah.
It never stops to question itself. I think there, and I know you didn't like the funny jokes in it, but I think there is some like quite good stuff. Like I think when they're in the car and all they listen to is old commercial jingles. I think I thought that was great.
Is Sandra Bullock saying wrong like catchphrases from the 90s?
Yeah, that was a bit much. Yeah, I didn't really like it.
It's awful.
Especially the, let's go down there and blow this guy. Blow this guy away. Blow him away. Like, well, you wouldn't get that wrong,
Yeah.
So at the very end, obviously, he's Demolition Man, isn't he? He's the guy that goes into the building, rescues people, or kills the bad guy, and the building explodes magically. And that's exactly what happens in this film. Wesley Snipes is trying to unfreeze all his psycho buddies, and then Sly goes in, Sergeant Slaughter, or whatever his name was, goes in, kills Wesley Snipes, and the building blows up behind him. Here's the question for you. How many of the criminals in that prison deserve to die just because Wesley Snipes happened to be there?
Some of them might not be even criminals like Stallone was.
Yeah. Sorry, petty thief who was just like robbing a grocery store. You're dead now.
You're in chunks. Did you notice the motif? The motif is that the beginning of the movie was like they're in a warehouse with fire.
Okay.
And then at the end of the movie, they're in a warehouse with ice.
Wow.
That's very deep. It's a 3 out of 10.
It's a 3 out of 10.
I almost told you I really...
Oh, it's such a classic film.
I know.
I liked it more than I did before, and I hesitate to do it, but I think I'm going to give it a 7.
Mm-hmm.
I was bordering on 8.
Wow.
Because it's just... And the reason I don't think it's an 8 is because I agree with you. I think some of the jokes are just like...
Yeah, and
Okay.
you didn't like maybe like half of them. I didn't like any of them.
Yeah.
And it just really like weighs the movie down for me. Like the whole fun factor just disappears because like just these cringy jokes that I hate.
I love it. Classic 90s.
They weren't even like smart, funny catchphrases. That's the thing. They're just like obvious, the most obvious things ever. You're on TV while hitting him with a TV.
Anyway, watch Demolition Man.
Maybe. I'm out of Demolition Man. I wanted to love it. I remember loving it. Don't love it no more.
Boo.
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 Well.
Younger you would be ashamed of yourself.
Oh well. We'll make it up with Fargo.
Fargo. Is that what we're watching next?
Yes. Directed by the Coen brothers and starring Frances McDormand from Darkman.
Starring Frances. Starring. She's there.
Why are you reacting to a movie you haven't seen before?
I don't know.
How do you know this? You see the future.
I do see the future.
Okay.
And it's full of Wesley Snipes.
Thank you very much for listening.
Thank you for listening. See you next time.
Yeah. Like and subscribe and let us know what kind of crimes you did in the comments. Especially if you haven't been caught.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Dates and times.
Yes. Bye.
Bye.
He doesn't know how to use the 3 seashells.
So we're going to let this out of the bag. He has come on record and finally explained what the seashells were for. But apparently you're to take 2 of the seashells and use them as like pinchers. And you're to pinch and grab the stuff out of your butthole. And then you use the third one to scoop and scrape off the excess.
Can I just say, don't do that?